I am once again trying to cram 2 weeks worth of tasks into just a few days.
I have a lot of orders to pack, this month's craft to make, shirts to design, and much more.
But let's start with something a bit more fun. These are the pins that I ordered for my recent relaunch of my website, and even though I'm not sure that I actually sold any of the new designs, I'm excited to look at them myself. I didn't do the best job marketing my shop when it was open, so I might have to reopen it again this weekend. My husband and I just started the process of selling our house, so that means that I may not have a space soon to be packing and sending orders. It's all kind of up in the air at the moment, but let's look at these.
This first design was a bit of a selfish one. I didn't expect to sell much of it anyway, but I actually love how professional and cool looking it came out. The dragon design was a hard one. I really wanted to make it work, but I couldn't figure out what color to do for the dragon. In the mock-ups, the yellow looked good, but I wish I had gone with the blue, I think. I also took one of my favorite drawings and made it look like a stamp for this pin. If I do these again, I'll adjust the yellow, but for now, I think this turned out pretty good. The last pin I ordered was some more of these book bee ones. I only had about 25 of these originally, so I got 50 more. I'm not entirely sure why the manufacturer did this, but for some reason they put the stamp of my name under the pin backing, which is a little weird, but oh well, they still look good on the front.
Another reason why I think these pins didn't sell is just simply because I had mock-up versions of them instead of the photo of the actual pin, so I'm gonna take some photos of these now so I can put them on my website. Next, I'm gonna start working on the biggest thing for this week, which is starting to ship orders from when my store was open. I don't have my new thank you cards yet. They're supposed to get here in a couple of days, but I can go ahead and start prepping the orders anyways. So I've got 37 orders, which is pretty good for like a month basically of orders, but it's not very good if you're intermittently closing and opening your shop. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the closing and opening thing long term yet. Maybe I can, and I just need to work harder on the marketing part. I did get behind on that. I don't know. I think I'm going to reopen my store for just a little bit until I have to start moving stuff out of my house, and then I will close it again. That just seems to be the best option at the moment for my business. I don't know.
This is the stack of orders that I can't do yet because I don't have my totes and shirts yet, but all of these ones I can start packing and putting together. First up, Jerry got some stickers as well as the dragon art print, which I've never sold before because it's new, so let's print that out.
A lot of bumps in the road. Oh yeah, always carrying that oh so heavy load. When you feel like there's too much on your plate.
Besides the dragon, I also sold quite a few other art prints this month, like my Alberta Falls watercolor, my Comet Moth, and my Luna Moth, which is not pictured here, my Bumblebee and Dandelions, and two of the Quinta de Regaleira, which is a castle in Portugal, and quite abnormal because it's not a print that I sell a lot of.
So I've just been going through these and finding out what stickers I needed to make. It turns out you guys like matte stickers. I haven't offered matte stickers before, but now I have to make a bunch of stickers because everyone wanted matte. So the printer is finishing printing those right now, and then tomorrow I will cut them out.
Keep on trying. Got it. You're gonna make it. Got it. I believe in you. Got it. Trying. Keep on trying, girl.
I have bits and pieces of a bunch of my orders put together here. Most of these I just have to make the stickers for, and then I actually have this whole pile here that's just for my Highland Cow enamel pins that I'm going to make next. But first,
One of my goals for this year is a better work-life balance. I did unfortunately turn my hobby into a business, which means now when I make arts and crafts, most of the time it's for my business instead of just for myself. Which is why I'm excited to tell you about the sponsor of this video, this month's craft.
This month's craft is a subscription box perfect for my fellow creative enthusiasts and people like me who are always jumping from craft to craft and trying new projects. This month I got the woodworking box, which has everything I need to complete the project, including high quality materials, detailed instructions, and a QR code to a video tutorial, all for $33.97 per month with free shipping. Plus, this month's craft has 24/7 customer support available if I need it, and it's easy to start, pause, or cancel the subscription at any time. I was especially excited about this project because woodworking has a personal meaning to me. My grandfather was a wood carver, and he's one of the reasons I became an artist. In fact, here's one of his first oil paintings hanging in my living room. I really enjoyed stepping outside of my comfort zone on this one and stretching my creative muscles to bring a 3D project to life since I'm usually working in 2D. Crafting is so great because it helps reduce stress, improves focus, and even boosts confidence as you master new skills. And what's cool about this month's craft is that they offer 2 box options. The creative box is perfect for artistic crafts like embroidery, pottery, and diamond painting, and the DIY box is great for hands-on makers who would enjoy woodworking, wire-wrapped jewelry, and even sauce making. It took me a couple days, but I finally finished this little bird. If you also love trying out new crafts, use the link in my description to go check out this month's craft, and don't forget to use code Leanne20 for 20% off your first box.
My favorite time of day in here, isn't it nice? Love the sun.
I recently had a video about my packaging for enamel pins go a little viral, so right before my store closed, I got an extra 10 orders or so with enamel pins. I had asked people if good packaging made them want to buy a product more, and I got a lot of yeses, but also quite a bit of not reallys, which I totally get because honestly, I almost have like a suspicion towards really good packaging at this point because it's almost a sign that they're going to charge more, at least for things like shampoo and stuff I've noticed. Everyone that said they liked cute packaging was so nice. And then there were people who hated the idea of cute packaging, which apparently meant they also hated me for suggesting I should bother with what you're seeing here. My reasoning for trying this out was in 2 parts, which I didn't elaborate in that short video. 1, I wanted to try using these small jewelry boxes so that I could safely ship the pins in bubble mailers, and 2, I wanted to reduce waste by primarily using easily recyclable materials like paper and cardboard, as well as offering this free magnet that can be cute on your fridge while also having my branding on it in case you ever need to find my shop again. Oh, and of course as a bonus, I just thought it would be fun to design. The funniest comments I received were ones trying to say that no one buys enamel pins just because they don't buy enamel pins, or that I should rethink my designs because they personally don't like cows and moths. No joke. The reason I even have these Luna moth pins is because I previously sold out of them and had to order more. I've noticed I have this tendency when I'm rushing to make a short video where I accidentally say something that people take extremely seriously and triggers some angry people. In this case, it was the words, "My enamel pins haven't been selling." Didn't mean to rage bait y'all, my apologies. The real reason they haven't been selling is probably because I've done a bad job at letting people know they exist. The marketing aspect I mentioned earlier. But anywho, didn't mean to go on a tangent. Regardless, this is an optional and limited time packaging that I'm going to do on these pins. All of my enamel pins are now ready to go. I only had 6 of the Highland cows that needed to be packaged in these boxes like this. So I put them over with all of the orders that I have going right now. But while I still had my scoring board thing out, I decided to make my magnetic bookmarks that I need for the orders. I already had these cut out, which was nice. So all I had to do was score them so that it doesn't make a weird crease when I fold them, and then add the magnets. Magnets are kind of a pain to work with because they don't really want to line up perfectly like I want them to so that these bookmarks look good, but I try my best. Of course, mostly I just want them to work right. My last task for the night was to make these backing cards for my stickers tomorrow. By the time those were finished, my back and feet were killing me from standing all day, so I went straight to bed.
Alright, so I've spent the majority of my morning just signing papers and working on stuff for my house rather than working on my business. So I'm just now getting to making my stickers and bookmarks and stuff like that, and hopefully I can get those finished today and have everything ready tomorrow to ship as soon as I have my thank you cards. You can hear my cricket going in the background. I also realized yesterday that I actually did sell one of these new pins and one of these dragon pins too, so that is super exciting.
By this point, I was down to like my last 2 sticker sheets to cut out, but then I used the wrong file and would have to print more, which was annoying and kind of a pain. So instead, I decided to play hooky from working and go to the theater. I do not go to the theater much anymore because it's so hit or miss with movies nowadays. But I decided to go see Mickey 17 because it was directed by the same person who did Parasite, which was a movie I loved. And since I went in the middle of the day, I had the theater all to myself until my husband showed up with the snacks and drinks. The movie was not as good as Parasite, but it was good enough that I didn't feel like I wasted my money by going and watching it for once. But once that short break was over, it was time to get back to work. So I have the stickers going in the background while I package up some of those pins that I have that don't go in the special boxes like the Highland Cows and the Luna Moths. These ones just go on a backing card and into a little baggie. With the pins ready to go, I moved on to adjusting some of these leatherette bookmarks that people ordered. I had 2 that had the wrong tassels on them, so I just switched those out so I didn't have to start up the laser machine and make some new ones. Then I had just a few more magnetic bookmarks to put together, like this double-sided black cat, which always makes me smile. Then it was time to prep the packaging for those leatherette bookmarks. I still haven't come up with anything new for how to pack these, so I'm just using some craft thick cardstock, trimming them down to the right size and making some little slits in them so that they can hold the bookmark, and then putting them into baggies I already have. One thing I found interesting and kind of surprising about all of the orders for my leatherette bookmarks is that they're all in this rawhide color. I also have blue, olive, and a light brown color. But I guess everyone just likes that traditional leather color. Next up, I had 3 orders of Oopsie sticker packs. So I'm just going through these mess ups and picking some that are not in awful condition, you know, they're just a little bit off with like the cut and stuff like that. And I say on my website that I give 5 of these, but I have so many mess ups at this point that I just kind of like put enough in there that hopefully there's 5 that you like when you get this pack. Or at least I did for these ones. I also make the packaging for these out of the backing of the laminate that I use so that I don't have to throw those away. It's only 3 of these in this case, but it's always nice to find an excuse to reuse some of these materials. Another newer item I have that I haven't developed like specific packaging for is my wooden keychains. So for these, I'm just using smaller pieces of that same craft cardstock that I used earlier for the leatherette bookmarks. And so I just kind of taped them on there and then put them in little baggies. Next up, I used screen print heat transfers to make my tote bags. So I went ahead and ordered the designs I was out of to make sure they get here by the time the tote bags are here. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you ordered a tote bag, they're running late for some reason, but they'll be here soon, hopefully. Then to end day 2, I decided I wanted to see if I could come up with a quick new t-shirt design. So I pulled up Procreate and I went and sat on the couch and watched some TV and made a design, which I'll show you tomorrow. Oh look, it's tomorrow. Here's the design I came up with. It says protect our national parks. It still needs a lot of polishing and it's not the most original idea, but it was super fun to draw. Once in Photoshop, I made some tweaks and changed some colors and stuff. And then it was time to find a good font and way to lay it out, which is way more graphic design oriented, which I am not good at, so I brought my husband in to help with that.
My new thank you cards are here, so let's open them up.
I ordered these as postcards actually from Jukebox Print. They're on, I believe, 18-point recycled cardstock of some sort, and I absolutely love how they turned out. It'll be nice having these ready and not having to print them myself, and they're on a thicker paper, and they just look better overall. On the one side is a digital drawing I made that is kind of like a mini art print that each order gets. Now I'm taking inventory of all the blank shirts I have and realizing that I have a lot more than I thought I did.
It took me a couple hours, but I finally sorted out 177 shirts right here that are going to my screen printer. And then over here in this box, I have my B grade shirts, and this box is extra shirts that I'll eventually find something to do with.
I don't really have an inventory process for my materials right now, so I just used a Google worksheet to put in all of the inventory numbers for these shirts. Then I moved on to making a sticker sheet. I only have 1 sticker sheet in my shop right now, so it has been a long time since I've even made these, and I haven't made them with a matte laminate, so I'm gonna have to play with the material settings.
Did not work. I think I will go ahead and calibrate my Cricut just in case.
So while I was waiting for it to calibrate, I finally got started unpacking these orders. For these Highland cow pins, I'm putting them into these bubble mailers that were gifted or donated to me, I guess you could say. I have a whole bunch of these mailers that I'm really just trying to use up. They're definitely not my favorite, but of course I don't want them to go to waste. Ironically though, 2 of these orders were international orders, which I wouldn't usually pack in these. I usually pack them in a box. So later on I ended up having to open those orders and throw out 2 of the mailers, so kind of did go to waste after all, but only 2.
I may just need to throw my whole Cricut out at this point. I'm on my 3rd or 4th time of trying to calibrate it because it keeps having off cuts for some reason. Officially have 20 orders packed and ready to go. Just have to put the shipping labels on them in the morning. And then I have 7 more here that I will pack in the morning as well. And then the rest of the orders, I just have to wait for like the totes to arrive and the shirts to arrive, and then I'll be good. So almost got them done. Unfortunately, however, I have to stop now because Severance is on. I have to go watch the final episode. Back from Severance, and if I have to wait another 3 years until the next season, I'm gonna be so mad. Anyways, last thing I did was finish up my shirt design, so let me show you that.
My husband made a ton of variations for me to be able to choose from, and this is the one I ended up going with. This will be the back of the shirt, and then this here will be the front.
Good morning. So yesterday I gave up on making my sticker sheet so that my Cricut could have a break and learn the error of its ways, but this morning it is still not working. So I've been manually just moving it a little bit at a time until it's right, and I've gotten so close. It should be right on this next try, hopefully. I just accidentally used glossy laminate instead of matte laminate. So now I have to print it again.
So while I waited for the Cricut to try for the millionth time to make this sticker sheet, I wanted to finish up those last 7 orders. 3 of these had some of my B-grade shirts, so I'm just going through this box trying to find them.
I'm literally gonna take those off of my website until I can order some of those stickers so that I never have to do all of that again.
That sticker sheet fiasco was really testing me and kind of had me exhausted by the time I was packing this order. So yes, these shirts got folded pretty badly and squished, but it's totally fine. It's just going to my brother. I gave him a free enamel pin and sticker, so he'll be fine. So before Nashville traffic gets bad, I'm going to take these 2 boxes of t-shirts over to my screen printer. I also just got a notification from Shopify saying that my TIN number doesn't match the IRS document. So I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out today too. So things like that are unexpected and just pop up and interrupt your day, but they're so common when you're running a small business. It's annoying. Made it through Nashville traffic, had some lunch, now have the last 2 stickers being made on the Cricut. It actually just occurred to me that the sticker sheet that I was struggling with on the Cricut, I could have just used my X-Tool machine over here to cut it out. Totally forgot that was an option. Anyways, after these last 2 stickers are made, I will have all of my orders packed and I can just make my shipping labels.
Would you be my Valentine? Pray to find the right one when the time is right.
$97 worth of shipping labels. There's probably a way more efficient way to be doing this.
Would you be my Valentine?